Hey Leo. How the heck are you guys? Wow, I've actually been really eager to talk to the Leos since that Leo eclipse. I don't know how I would feel. That's weird for me to say because I was the South Node last year. So I kind of know what it feels like to have eclipses in my sign. But that mother heller was a Leo solar eclipse, total solar eclipse. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very well. I'm very excited to talk to you guys here in September. By the way, I'm Pisces Priestess, and this is September, your tarot astrology reading. Sorry, I get excited with Leo energy sometimes. I have a Mars in Leo. So, yeah, guys, it's Virgo season, and you guys have had your solar return now, and your ruling planet, the sun, has now entered the grounded, mutable sign Virgo. So I hope all your birthdays were wonderful. You're a year older now, guys. I don't really like to say age. I always say that, like, I'm a level 22 human or whatever. So whatever your age is really your level, and it kind of helps you look at things a different way. Solar returns can be very intense, though. I know when the sun enters Pisces, most people are always like, turn up, oh, it's my birthday. But I'm like, oh my God, the sun can see me. The universe is everything's on me. I feel the same way with this Pisces full moon coming up. So, speaking of that, guys, today is September 5th. Pretty sure I'm going to have these videos uploaded later on tonight. Yeah, so we have Mercury direct today, and I believe Mercury is in Leo, very late degree Leo. That solar eclipse, guys, happened on the 28th degree of Leo. And, that eclipse it may not be in the sky anymore, but the energy of it is going to linger around. Most people are saying up to 6 months, but since it's the North Node and everything like that, with the Leo North Node, it could affect us up to 19 years. That eclipse had not crossed over the world for 99 years. That was a very, very interesting total solar eclipse. I did not see it. I just alchemized with the energy. I did not want to see something that intense, very interesting, that some people saw it. And I did see pictures and a lot of videos of it and things like that. But as far as seeing it in person, I had a really weird energy around the eclipse. I just basically did tarot. I almost had an anxiety attack, and I just picked up my deck and I just started to read it. It felt like a completely universal shift. So those universal shifts may have happened in August, but they are still continuing on throughout our future today. So yeah, we have Mars going at 28 degrees Leo. Well, it might be 29 now, but a couple of days ago it was right on that degree, and man, that energy was intense. Like, arguments and stuff happened for me as soon as that Leo went into 28 degree Mars. And yeah, we had Mercury direct. I already talked about that. And Mercury is actually moving direct today at the 28 degree. That's what every astrologer has been talking about on YouTube, about how Mercury is. I've been waiting for this day forever. I was hearing about it back in August, when the Leo eclipse happened. Astrologers were saying, Mercury is going to go direct in September on the 5th at the same point that the eclipse happened. So what that basically means to me, you guys, is that, your eclipse happened in a retrograde. Okay, thank God we are out of the retrograde energy right now, but I'm gonna need a couple more days until I can actually feel like that, because it's just happened today. So we're feeling the energy of it. We're gonna feel it for the next couple of days, and we have this Pisces full moon. So yeah, guys, basically those energies are gonna be revisited. And like I was saying, since the eclipse happened in retrograde, it's like certain things about the eclipse we're not going to be able to be logically understood until Mercury went straight direct today. So it's okay to sign things now. It's okay to buy things offline. It's okay to long distance travel. We can come out of our shells and be a little bit more straightforward with communication. But I do want to talk to you a little bit about Virgo season. Virgo is my opposite sign. Everyone has an opposite sign in astrology. Your opposite sign is Aquarius. So perhaps you can remember in January and February when the sun enters Aquarius. And if not, keep that in mind when it does happen soon, in a few zodiac signs. Well, For me personally, when Virgo enters, I mean, when the sun enters Virgo, it's like the sun is the farthest away from me. And it's cool and everything. Like, I really like Virgo energy. It makes me more structured, it makes me more critical, it makes me more aware of my mistakes, which can be good and bad. So yeah, my point is, guys, I'm not gonna make it like the Cancer reading where I completely just like kind of rambled and tried my best to explain things. So what I'm trying to say, pretty straightforward for you Leos, is that Virgo energy kind of makes me a little bit different. It alters who I am a little bit. It makes me a Pisces that went to charm school, that went to logical school. So it's like a Pisces who, like when it's Virgo season, Pisces go to school to learn logic and like the sun is teaching us that basically, if you know what I mean. So I don't really want to bother myself and ruin my readings and not get the messages across to you guys by over obsessing in the details. Even though I can tell you with the readings so far, I'm still obsessing over the details in a very creative way. But I just don't want to like get mixed up about that or anything. So yeah, we're gonna do the readings a little bit different this month in September. And you know, I might be back later on in the month to talk about some of the astrological things happening, because there's tons happening in the sky. But for you, Leo, I'm gonna make sure I don't have any extra notes for you in my phone. I did want to talk about how you're ruled by the sun, because just like Cancer being ruled by the moon, I feel like it's interesting to have those planets as ruling planets because they change a lot. And you know, they definitely change a lot. Like they go around the zodiac wheel, and you know, now that Virgo, the sun is in Virgo, it's just interesting, especially with that eclipse happening, and you're ruled by the sun. And you're also the north node still of destiny, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Mercury being in your sign and how Leos are kind of in charge of our cognitive thinking right now. Like Leo and Virgo are up to something when it comes to our cognitive level of consciousness, and it's evolving. There's definitely something cooking up this month in September. So, you know, that's a little bit about the astrology happening, but more so, I just want to kind of talk to you about something that's been going on with me and what led me to do this reading today and why I'm doing it a little bit differently. Because we were talking about how Virgo is the opposite sign of me. So Virgo is the sixth sign. You're the fifth sign, and Virgo comes right after you, so 5, 6. And you're the fifth house. Virgo is the sixth house of lifestyle and health. So no wonder when the sun enters Virgo, we all snap back into reality and quit playing games, and we get really critical about our lifestyles getting into order and making practical sense. So that's cool and everything, and the rest of you guys might get on with it good, but Pisces really struggles with it because we are opposite of Virgo, so we're really not used to lifestyle being that way. So more or less, I feel like every September and late August, I'm put in a position with the universe to just learn more about my life and how it could be more practical. And it's interesting to see that come out in my tarot readings. These have been my very favorite month of reading tarot. I've been doing it for about 3 months now. And I really like September's readings so far. I can see how I've grown and changed. And also the Virgo influence is really helping me ground my work. But if I know one thing about Virgo, it's that Virgo are the angels, kind of like how you are the divine child, right? And Pisces is the universe, Aquarius is the aliens. Well, Virgo are the angel, and Libra are also archangel. So I had been thinking a lot before September about how I would do the videos, and you know, I've had this deck for a really long time, but I thought it would be great to bring out my Indigo Angel deck. So we have these angel vibrations now. So today we're going to really dive deep and get some literal messages from the angels, okay? But if I know anything about angels, right, I'm actually with a Virgo. So, and I know a lot of Virgos. My dad's a Virgo, and, you know, Virgo's my opposite sign. I'm not sure if you Leos connect a lot with Aquarius energy, but it's very harmony. You know, we could butt heads a lot too, the opposite signs. But Virgo, for the most part, completes where I can't show up at. Virgo will show up with what I didn't bring, if that makes sense to you. Very harmonious situation with the opposite signs of the zodiac wheel. So yeah, one thing I know about Virgo and about angels is that they understand the light and the dark very well. And that's kind of why I was talking about the eclipse, because to me, I'm very spiritual. And, you know, I am an astrologer, but I am a Pisces as well, and I see things differently. And I seen that Leo eclipse as something very spiritual. I know that the sun is a masculine energy in our universe, and that the moon is a feminine energy, and the sun is light and the moon is dark. And for the moon to move in front of the sun like that, you know what I mean? It's a very profound spiritual experience with the light and the dark. And I've been on a journey for a few months now, you know, for a very long time. What seems like, you know, I'm 22. For the first 21 years of my life, it seems as if the universe was working with me and showing me more about the light and the dark within me. And I'm here to tell you, just like I told everyone else on these videos, that we all have light and dark in us, and we are made in the universe's image. We are made in God's image. So whatever the universe is also what we are, and whatever we are is also a reflection of the universe. And even like Einstein mentioned with the theory of relativity, I think, whatever happens in our universe actually reflects on Earth. So you got to wonder what's going on our planet, and why the planets are why the other planets are showing us this. So what was going on around, what is happening, what is about to happen, why did the light and the dark have to align like that? So those are the kind of things I was talking about and what I was thinking about and meditating about around the Leo eclipse. There is a huge battle and misunderstanding going on right now with the light and the dark. And me personally, I have just decided to alchemize those energies and embrace both sides of myself. I do have Lilith and Gemini, so I understand the light and the dark duality that happens on this planet. And I, you know, stumbled upon the realization that light is not good and dark is not bad. And ever since then, I've just been feeling great and happy and complete and balanced. So, with that being said, we are also going to be diving into the dark today, you guys. And we're going to be getting some messages from the dark side. And I want you guys to, especially you lovely Leos, okay, fire signs are light, water are dark. So we're literally communicating that right now with each other. So this is the light and the dark right here. And I just want you to remain open-minded, Leo, because we have, another thing is that I shuffled your reading beforehand. So that's different than what I've ever done so far. I have your reading already here because what I was getting ready to tell you is that you have some pretty beautiful messages from the dark as well. And of course, some beautiful messages from the angels. So, I'm kind of, for a minute there, I had interference, so that's weird. So, let's get into your reading, Leo. And also, before we start this reading, I would just like to explain to you a little bit about how I'm going to do this. Because, like I was telling you, I was thinking about your reading, thinking about all of your guys' readings actually, and with there being all this retrograde energy, with retrograde seeming like the planets are moving backwards, taking us backwards in life, taking us back through the past, back with exes, finishing up any loose ends, tying up old knots, any unfinished business. That is what is brought up when any planet goes retrograde. And Mercury went direct today, so I thought it would be really amazing to get a depiction of our past, present, and future, because things have been changing so much lately that I just don't realize, or maybe we just don't realize as a collective all that can change. So I thought it would be great to get a past, present, and future reading. I just wanted to explain that to you. So we have 3 cards here, well, 6, angel number. And we have 3 light cards, past, present, future, and 3 dark cards corresponding to that past, present, and future. So without further ado, Leo, we are diving into your past. So take a second with me and let's get inside the rocket ship and blast back into the past of Leo energy. When I was meditating and shuffling your cards, this card flew out. And this is your past, Leo. We have compassion. And I believe that that is a very, very Leo card. Leo is a very compassionate sign. Leo is very passionate and very ambitious when it comes to their passions and compassion. This very much felt like Leo energy when this card came out. So I have these books here that have the meanings written down. I also want to go by my own intuition. and tell you what I feel about these cards. And yeah, but first we're gonna go ahead and see. I have some notes here. This is your past, Leo. So this card talks about treating others the way that they treat you, and it talks about how you act affecting everyone. So I just wanted to mention here, Leo, that you have a profound effect on other people. It's just because you're a Leo, you're a fixed fire sign, and you have a lot of fiery passion inside of you. So for you to get upset at someone, or it would be different than someone else being upset. Like, I know that when I upset Leos, it really does something to me. And I'm gonna spend my life trying to figure that out. But I really do appreciate Leos. Leos are the king and queen, so it would be kind of like upsetting a king and queen. You know what I mean? No one wants to do that. Off with your head, type of thing. But yeah, it talks about how you act affecting everyone. And this is in your past, Leo, so maybe you were thinking about that. Maybe in your past you were thinking a little bit more about how you act can affect other people. Maybe you were just very compassionate in your past. It also talks about what you give out is what you ultimately receive. And it talks about how it talks about having compassion towards fairness and balance. So this is coming up for your past, Leo. And compassion for others, I see. These angels seem like they're dancing. And, they're very lost in the moment. So in your past, you could have been feeling this with someone, Leo. You may be getting compassionate with someone. But you were definitely in a moment of bliss in your past. This is a pretty beautiful past card. I've had some signs have some pretty rough past cards. But Leo, in the past, you were feeling very compassionate. And that's actually very lovely to see because compassion is such a Leo thing. So, even though this is in your past, I do want to mention, Leo, that I want you to keep in mind that how you treat others, is ultimately the way that they're going to treat you. And that sounds like such a kid thing, like, you better treat people how you want to be treated, but that actually is a golden rule. It stuck with me my whole life. People told me that as a kid, and I just believe it now as an adult. So just keep that in mind, Leo, that when you're coming, especially you are ruled by the heart. And what is the heart rule? Like passion and compassion and having empathy for other people's feelings. So just keep that in mind, Leo. I'm not sure if this applies to all of you. I just think mostly you guys are just in a compassionate place, or you're coming from a place of compassion for other people. And you're a very loving sign, Leo. So just keep all that in mind. And we're going to move on to your present now. This is your present moment. So when you're watching this video, and keep in mind that the past could be yesterday, it could be an hour ago, it could be a second ago. So, take these messages however you will, Leo. So for your present moment, the spirits showed me physical outlet. And we see this lady dancing here. And she's dancing in a different realm on her own. Okay, and what this card talks about is the angels are saying that you're holding on to something that they would really like you to release. And, sometimes to release something, we need a physical outlet. So I'm a Pisces, and, I'm not a really physical person, and I mean that as a sense of like fighting, and even, I guess so, like when I do music or when I write, that's me getting something out. So physical outlet. It's interesting to kind of focus on that a little bit, because it's saying that to have a physical outlet, and you actually need one now in your present moment. You may have a lot of feelings, Leo. That is probably why in your past, a lot of these feelings are coming from how compassionate you were for another person, or how compassionate you were about a person, place, or thing, a job, about your work in the world, about your purpose. You could be compassionate about millions of different things. But when you go down the road of compassion, you open yourself up to a lot of feelings, okay? And it can really attack the heart, and I mean that in a good way. Like, it can really open up your heart. But when you open up your heart, you wear your feelings on your sleeve. And when you wear your feelings on your sleeve, you are in a very vulnerable state. And I know Leo is more of a lion, more of a courageous thing. So you really don't like to feel vulnerable or cowardice. So your present moment is showing me the physical outlet that you need for all this compassion. The physical outlet you may need for all these compassionate emotional feelings that you are feeling. But the angels are saying in this book that you're holding on to something that the angels are really showing you that you need to let go of. And you would be able to let go of it easier if you created a physical outlet for yourself. So engage in some type of physical activity. Do you see how this lady is moving very swiftly and she's dancing? So, it's as simple as taking a walk or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. I talked about that in this book. Running, taking a jog somewhere, taking a walk, engaging in sports. So, yeah, it's really telling you, Leo, if you're a Leo who has a lot of feelings pent up. Okay, we just got through a very intense Leo season, and then we had that intense eclipse moon and a lot of the light and the dark. So Leo, I know that you're not excused from this light and dark battle, and I know that you're in the North Node right now, so you're showing us destiny and you're showing us the way to go. So it's very important for you of all, Leo, mostly you of all, most importantly, that you keep balanced between your light and the dark. The dark part of Leo might be, doing too much for people. It might be, burning yourself out. You are a fire sign, so make sure you're keeping yourself passionate and not burning yourself out. Aries got a very similar message to that. But as long as you find a physical outlet, the angels are telling you, and this is just for the Leos who are feeling emotional in their present moment. Some of you just need to get physically active, whatever that may mean. But I do feel for a small number of you watching this, you have been very emotional lately, and the angels are telling you, don't worry, just run it off. The angels designed you in a way to best work with physical outlet. That's a fire thing. Fire signs are all about expressing. And what better way to express something than a physical outlet? So if you're angry, maybe you need to go to the gym where there's a punching bag, and instead of like punching a human being and getting in trouble and having a negative energy, just punch an inanimate object. Or if you're very passionate and creative, Leo, then engage more into your work. Engage more into writing. If you're passionate about music, I know a lot of Leo DJs. The Leo King is a DJ, and that's his physical outlet. I know a lot of Leo tarot readers, so that's their physical outlet. My uncle's a DJ, so I really am seeing DJ right now. So maybe something with music, and it's weird because this lady seems to be dancing. So I really feel that for some of you Leos, that you need to just physically outlet by either creating music or listening to music that you really love. So, we had compassion in the past, which ultimately created a physical outlet for your present moment. You guys are in desperate need of a physical outlet. Do not keep everything inside. It doesn't even matter if you're not sad, or if, even your happiness needs a physical outlet. It's just best to express things that way, because you guys are all about expression. And you are the North Node right now. So just make sure you're expressing the feelings that you feel in some type of physical, tangible form. And that's very weird because we've made that shift between Leo and Virgo. Virgo is all about physical outlet. Virgo will listen to you talk, and Virgo will hear all your beautiful ideas. But if you ain't got if your money ain't where your mouth is, they're not going to be able to really, really care at the end of the day. So we are in Virgo season. And I think that's why at your present moment, Leo, Virgo energy, the angels are telling you that it's time to get physical with your passion. It's time to make your compassions a physical thing. So whatever you're compassionate about in here, you need to get it out here so that you can actually feel it. So let's get into the rocket ship and move on to the future of Leo. So we're moving galaxies, we're flying through space, and we've made a stop. And that stop is named Learn Something New, or rather a stop where you're going to learn something new. And you see this girl, how she puts her foot in the water just a little bit. So this is reminding me of the Pisces full moon tomorrow. For all of these readings, when I started to do them in the beginning, I had this weird feeling that the third card would correspond uniquely with the full moon. So it's really interesting that this lady, this angel, is dipping her foot in water, just trying something new, So for you as a fire sign, this is very much your energy. You may be dipping and dabbing a little bit into emotion, or dipping and dabbing a little bit more into spirituality, She's not jumping all the way into the waters, but, she's trying something out. So the angels are telling you that there is new information waiting for you in your future, and that it is time to start or complete something that you already know you should be doing, Leo. What are you passionate about? What are you compassionate about, Leo? You know that thing inside your heart that and this is Leo moon, Leo rising. whatever you've thought that you should do. For me, it's tarot. It's also singing and writing and being creative. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to do on this planet. That's my purpose. That's my divine purpose. So Leo, there's something new that you need to start. And it needs to happen in September and October. The angels are really, really egging me right now to say this. Like, man, these Leos are out here not showing their light. They're like kind of upset a little bit. Not really, but they're just kind of like, they can't believe that. Are you serious? You're a Leo and you're not doing your life's work? Like, the North Node is in your sign, bro. Mercury is in your sign, bro. That Leo eclipse was in your sign. So Leo, make sure you're not one of those people who aren't trying things new because of insecurities or because of comfortability. By all means, make yourself a little bit uncomfortable and try something new this month, because the energies are setting it up for that, okay? You have this Pisces full moon that is breaking down all emotional barriers, and it's really going to open you up spiritually to things. And if I know anything as a Pisces, is that comfortability is not something that I have the luxury of knowing a lot in my life. Like, things will change without my permission, and as a Leo, you probably do it a little bit different with that energy. But the angels are saying that it is definitely time to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and be courageous and have the strength to venture on a new path. So yes, definitely start or complete something that you should be doing. In this book, it also talks about this, when this card comes up, that it's a sign to meditate. So Leos, as the Pisces and as this Pisces full moon, I strongly, strongly suggest that you find some alone time to meditate and to have a conversation with the universe, because there is literally some new information waiting for you in the dream realm. That place you go to when you meditate and when you connect with higher self, and you cut out all the noise is what I was trying to say. Obviously I couldn't do that at that moment because my mouth was like, but yeah, cutting out all the noise, Leo, and just getting a moment, whether you're taking a bath or whether it's I meditate. I just type in on YouTube meditation music, not that guided meditation stuff. I can't do guided. I do sometimes, but I like just beautiful music. Okay. And also, that's weird that physical outlet came out, because meditation is kind of a loophole when it comes to physical outlet, because you are physically doing something, but you're doing it in a different realm. So getting in the meditation stance, you know what I mean, and really allowing that information to come into you, Leo. You are the North Node, guys, and that is the North Node of destiny. You are the North. I don't know why I didn't wear my North Node star during this video, but I have a North Node, and it's a beautiful North Star necklace. Should have wore it for you guys because it's gold, and Leo rules gold, things like that. But the most important thing about you guys right now is that you are the North Star in the sky, and you are setting an example for all of us. We are all learning from Leo energy right now. So you have to take that compassion and you have to take that strength that I know you guys have and apply it to something that people may, I know you're all about turning heads anyway, Leo. Like, you like people to be like, oh man, who is that? Like, what? You're the life of the party type of thing. So don't be afraid to do that in an area that you're kind of like, I can feel your energy where there's been a lot of changes going on, but there's this one part of your life that you're like, no, this is going to stay the same. But that just so happens to be the one area of your life that the angels are asking you to let go of, because if you were to let the control go of that part of your life, I don't know what that is. It's different for all of you. Some of you, it's a relationship that you need to let go of. Some of you, it's a job. Some of you, it's a living situation. Some of you, it's your own insecurities keeping you held back, low self-esteem, things like that. So try something new. Try a different look. Try a different person, try a different relationship, try a different job, move to a different city, even though your mom doesn't live there and you're a little bit afraid to move there, but the jobs are better there. Do it. It's okay, because time is an illusion. That's why I'm doing these past, present, and future readings, so that we could get some type of realistic vision and view of where the hell we've been, where the hell we are, and where the hell we're going. You're going somewhere new, Leo, and I give you all the energy that you need. I give you the light and the inspiration to do this with confidence, okay? Learn something new. But learn a new trait, learn how to express yourself a different way. Just something new. I would really take this opportunity, because the angels are just giving you new information on everything. And I would definitely take this time to meditate with the universe, because the conversation you have, it'll be amazing. It will be very amazing, and the information, like the universe will speak back to you. And I know this for a fact. Like when I meditate, I will. It's not like the universe says, "Hey," it's like not a physical thing like that. But as soon as I'm done meditating, it'll be like 2:22 on the clock. It's 3:06 on the clock right now. You know what I mean? So it's just synchronicities. And you also have divine guidance that serves you in your future. Okay, so that literally came out of this book, and that was in your future position, Leo. So we're going to sum up at the end of the reading what these things may mean for you. But right now we're going to move into the dark messages from the night, okay? So we're going to do the same thing, past, present, and future. So Leo, I meditated on your energy. I let these cards come out, and the card that the Oracle of Night showed me for your past position is the Trapped card. Now, I just want you to take this in, and I'm speaking to the Leos who have felt like this. And this is good because it came up in your past position, okay? So I'm hoping that this has not carried into your present moment. But it's okay if it has, because you're watching my video right now, and, I'm an empath, so I can feel these things. And I do feel that some of you Leos, all this energy in the universe, all the sun energy, your sun just went out of Leo, so you had a lot of shine. The North Node put a lot of shine on you. Mars and Mercury, Venus put a lot of shine on you. Venus is in your sign right now, guys. So this is a lot of attention. And I know Leos, you guys are very childlike. You're very children, youthful souls, young energy. That's why you're so passionate and vibrant. So, not a good feeling for a Leo to feel trapped. Not a good feeling for anyone to feel trapped, especially the fire sign, though, because when you smother a fire, it goes out. And we don't need you losing your ignite fire, Leo. So, I am, where I was going with that is that there's been a lot of attention put on Leo. And I know that you usually love attention, but attention from the whole universe is different from the attention from a girl at a bar or a guy at the bar. There's been a lot of attention put on you. And even the Leos who aren't spiritual or aren't into astrology, they do feel a pressure right now. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube where sometimes there's a live chat. And some of the Leos on that live chat are even mentioning, like, this energy is intense. Like, nobody wants to talk about the sad feelings that Leo is feeling. But Pisces Priestess is here. There's a Pisces full moon tomorrow. I'm under the influence of that. So I'm definitely able to see into your heart, Leo. And there's a situation in your life where you feel trapped or felt trapped. Hopefully this is released from you. But if it hasn't, I do encourage you to... sometimes it helps to realize what we're feeling trapped about, and that opens the bird cage for us immediately. So let's take a peek at what the angels were trying to tell you about this. So first of all, I wanted to ask you, do you feel trapped? If you don't, that's fine, but I do want to talk to you in a Pisces way about what trapped might mean. Because it doesn't have to mean that you're a bird in a cage, or that you're in jail, or that you're literally trapped. Because some Leos are probably like, I ain't ever trapped. Like, I can get anywhere I want to go. I can do whatever I want to do. But come on, Leo, let's be honest. Sometimes you guys in relationships, or you guys are just the hero. I remember reading that about Leo once in an astrological book. Leo likes to be that hero, okay? Leo likes to save everybody and uplift the vibrations of everything. So when you play that kind of role, and when that's your purpose on the planet, it just makes me wonder who does that for you guys. And it's okay to feel like you need a little bit more support. And it's okay to feel like you've been left out in the cold or abandoned. Or it's okay to feel like you don't want to be where you're at. That's what my angels just said. It's okay, Leo, for you to feel like you don't want to be where you're at. I feel like a lot of us need to hear that, but you specifically, Leo. So if you are a Leo who's at a house that you don't want to be in, or if you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, you could be trapped emotionally. You can be trapped in your mind. You could be trapped with your feelings. You could be trapped at a job, okay? This is going to be up to you to interpret. But I am going to trust these cards here, okay? And I trust myself as a tarot reader that some of you really are feeling this kind of trapped energy, and it's in your past position. So I'm really liking to see that. I'm sad because I didn't get to talk to you guys when you were feeling this way. but this is in your past. So just know that the angels, this would make me feel better. If I was trapped, it would make me feel better that the angels knew that. And just know that every situation is temporary. So I wanted to tell you that this too shall pass, which is amazing because it did pass, because this is in the past. So if you're feeling like, another thing about feeling trapped is that you feel like you can't do what you want to do. Okay, is there someone in your life making you feel that way? Okay, because like I said about Leo being a childlike energy, people need not to get it twisted, because Leo, like, I'm sure there are some Leo children, but the Leos watching my video are probably not children, and they don't want to feel that way. So what I'm hearing is that some Leos are in relationships or in friendships or situations where someone has encaged you like this. Like, Leos are very attractive, and when you get a Leo, it's like you just feel like, wow, because you guys rule the heart. So when a Leo loves you and when a Leo likes you, it's almost like too much to handle. Like, oh my God, a king and a queen loves me. So you know what I'm getting at here, Leo, that some people might want to cage you up. But what happens to a tiger when you force it into a cage too small for it? Like, you're going to poke the beast. And I'm not sure if there's anyone else watching this video who may, because you know how some people watch videos and they're not a Leo, but they're dating a Leo or something like that. So whatever this may apply to you, if you are dating a Leo, you need to set them free. And I hope you already have, because you cannot keep people like trapped like that. You know what I mean? That doesn't even mean that it's real. Like, I wouldn't think that this bird is obedient unless it was staying in that cage with the door open. It's not like it can go anywhere. So, if you love something, let it go, type of thing. So Leo, not to get too far off topic, but I'm just really passionate about this, and I don't like that you guys have felt trapped. And I really hope that maybe I was a long time ago in the future, but it's coming up in this reading now. And it's talking about having the patience. It's talking about how prison and being trapped isn't always a physical thing. It could also be in the mind. So we did have that Mercury retrograde, and we do have Mercury in your sign. So my guides are telling me that Leo is feeling mentally trapped, because nobody can trap Leo physically. That's literally what I just said. Can't nobody trap Leo physically. You know damn well that they are trapped mentally, which is not really even any better. I think I think I'd rather choose mental freedom and physical imprisonment. What would you choose? Because that's just interesting. I might have to put that as like a Facebook status and see what people think, because that's an argumentative statement. But yeah, okay, so most of you Leos are feeling trapped inside your mind. And I really hope that this is coming up in the past, because today is September 5th and we're going to be moving forward with Mercury direct. And communication and mental stability is going to really be feeling like forward movement, okay? So the angels are telling you to be patient, and that prison exists in the mind, and that this is only an temporary imprisonment. And I'm not sure why I'm explaining that, because it's in your past position. So this is kind of what I needed to tell you when you guys were feeling trapped. But you never know, there might be some Leos watching this that still do feel trapped. Like I said, the past can be a minute ago. So what if some Leos are watching this and they felt trapped before they watched my video, and then when they did, they're like, wow, that message was really for me. I don't feel trapped anymore. So just keep in mind that this too shall pass, and that card also talks a lot about following your heart. Very Leo. So let's move on into your present moment. The House of Night wanted to show you a very important reminder. So Spirit is trying to remind you of something, Leo. Make sure that you're paying attention to this now, because this reminder is coming up right now. And you see the stone, it says don't forget. So this card talks about being reminded of a lesson that you've already learned. Annoying, I know, right? But it's interesting, this card, because I was reading up on it in this book, and it talks about well, it's really, really pretty how this book is written. It's written from the perception of a goddess, and she's like, hello, my child. What would you do if I showed you the same situation over and over again? Have you truly learned what I was trying to show you? Have you forgotten all that you've learned? The only way that I can truly know if you've learned, my child, is if I show you the same situation twice and you react differently. Okay? Very deep. So it talks about going through the same situation, going through something that you've already learned, but are you doing the same thing? Okay, so it's kind of like the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. Yeah, some people do that. So make sure that that's not you, Leo, and that you're not around people who are doing that, because you're being asked to remember all that you've learned. Okay, this came up for your present. So the dark is telling you that the universe has worked with you a lot, especially with this north node. Okay, you're directly involved with karma right now. So especially with this north node, you are definitely supposed to remember all that the universe has taught you. You wouldn't want to throw away all the work that you've done. Okay, so you've learned a lot, Leo. You've grew a lot, and you need to be reminding yourself and your higher self of that. So don't forget what you know. That is exactly what this book said. That's what the angels are saying. Don't forget what you know, Leo, because right now you are a representation of everyone. So if you forget what you know, then we might not remember what we know. And I mean that lightly, but I just know Leos are in a very high position right now. So there's something that only you know. You know what I mean? And it would be a shame to forget the divine downloads, I want to say, that you are receiving. And you may also be reminded of something around this time. So pay attention to what you're reminded of in September. Pay attention to what you may have forgotten, that you are reminded of. And if anything comes back up as a lesson, just know that Spirit is trying to teach you. So if there's an ex that comes back that has always treated you like crap, or if there is a certain person who has a drug addiction and they've always relapsed, I hate to be judgmental like that, but Leo, it's not that you remember, because we have the compassion card, and that talked about treating people how you wanted to be treated. So it's not that you need to turn away it's very annoying for the universe to do this, but sometimes it's kind of like if a teacher, in school, how we get tests in school, we study for weeks and then we take these tests. It'd be kind of like if we had a follow-up test. Like, did you guys really learn any of that, or did you just memorize it? Okay. So the angels are talking a little bit about memorization and the fact that remembering is not the same thing as forgetting. Sometimes you can remember something that you were very close to forgetting. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of a loop here. But nevertheless, it's just very important for Leo to not forget all that they know. And Spirit is giving you a reminder. So let's move on into your future. For the future, so this is the future. This is not arrived yet, but it's coming, Leo. And this is the difference card, okay? Taurus had a very similar reading, so you might want to check that out if you're like a Leo with a Taurus moon or a Taurus rising, or if you're a Leo dating a Taurus. These are coming up, and you see how this is the light and the dark? How there's a white cat and a black cat? And these are messages of the light and the dark today. And then we also have the apple and the orange. So Spirit is trying to show you the differences, how this cat's looking this way and that cat's looking this way. So there's something about differences this month, Leo. It's also coming up to show you that you are different, and that you may be realizing some differences that you have with other people, or you also may be realizing some differences in the world. Like I said, light and dark are a very strong topic right now for spirituality. And since you're the North Node, Leo, you are in a very enlightened position to decipher between the light and the dark. You're ruled by the sun. You're ruled by the planet of awareness. So you are aware of the light and the dark. And you can also be aware of the differences in situations and in people. And what the angels had to say about this is that, with differences coming up, it's trying to highlight the fact that different is okay. These cats aren't fighting. This orange and apple aren't fighting. They're just chilling. They're both peaceful. They're just different, and it's kind of like the yin and the yang, okay? This is coming up for the yin and the yang. And it's amazing that this is coming up around a Pisces full moon. Pisces is the yin and the yang, So it's important not to judge people for being different. And that might also go hand in hand with learning something new, because just because something's different and uncomfortable and new doesn't mean that it's not beneficial for you, right? Because if we were all the same, there's going to be only so much that we can learn. Sometimes that's why I like being with a Virgo, because I know everything there is to know about a Pisces. So it's really cool to get with my opposite sign. So some of you Leos may even be with an Aquarius, and you may be learning about the differences between you and the South Node. You may be learning about the differences between you and friendships. So, not every one of us are the same, and we are designed to be divinely unique from one another. And it's time that we embrace our differences instead of separate because of them. This happens all the time in the world with sexual orientation, religion, race. You know what I mean? We're all different. And the more we understand that, the more that we can be all one again. So, this is about taking a different point of view with something. And it's very interesting that that comes up in your future position because, you are going to be taken somewhere different. I'm hearing you're going to learn something new based off of the differences that you're able to pick up on, Leo. So let's just go over this again and just put, I like to put them right up next to each other. So for the past, Leo, we have compassion and trapped. The light is showing you compassion and the dark would like to show you trapped. And this is your past position. So in the past, you may have felt trapped with your compassion. You may have been compassionate about trapping yourself. This is also isolation, Leo. I forgot to mention that earlier. So, you may have been retreating. I know Leo's usually an outer. You usually like going out and partying. But, when energies get intense in the universe, you may want to retreat and actually pretend that you're trapped somewhere. So people leave you alone, if you know what I mean. So, there is this compassion and trapped feeling coming up in your past. And that was what the light had to show you and the dark had to show you for the past. And for your present, we had a reminder of that physical outlet. So it's kind of like spirit is reminding you reminding you of what you've learned, reminding you of everything that you know, all that you've grown. And it's reminding you that a physical outlet is important. It's reminding you to engage in physical activity to release emotions. And also, it is just this reminder might be a physical outlet. You might be reminded, hey, I love basketball. I forgot that I loved basketball. I'm going to go shoot some hoops today and let off a couple of steams or whatever. So, you are being reminded. And this reminder is going to come in a very physical way is what I'm seeing. And that was in your present moment. So be very ready for this Pisces full moon to very physically show you things. And for your future, we had learned something new and differences, Leo. So in the future, things are going to change a lot for you. And the future could be tomorrow. It could be in an hour. So, there is a lot of change coming. There's something new that you could learn from the differences around you. There's something new that you could learn from the differences in the people, right? So you just want to think about how people are different and how people are unique. And, you may want to learn something new about you and learn something new about how you're different from everyone else. You know what I mean? So overall, I think that was a really beautiful message. I have a few more cards, and I'm also going to pull a tarot card for you guys. Leo. I don't know why I felt compelled to do that. But for the light, we have at the bottom of the deck, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, Leo. You have to believe in yourself. And this lady seems to be on a swing. And she looks a little insecure. She looks a little down in the dumps. But the angels are reminding you through her aura that when you feel like this, just believe in yourself, Leo, because you have so much compassion. This physical outlet is going to help you. And you're going to be learning new things in the future. You're going to be evolving and going through a transformation in your future. So just believe in yourself on this journey, Leo. And underneath that, I feel the need to show you, we have you are safe. So you are safe, Leo, and you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the fact that you are safe. Now, for the dark message on the dark deck, the card that was on the bottom is the High Priestess of Fire. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Leo. When I was shuffling the cards, the High Priestess of Fire was in this hand. And the bottom of the deck was the High Priestess of Spirit. But I seen the High Priestess of Fire, and I just, that was the bottom of the deck for you. I just trust my intuition on it. The High Priestess of Fire is the underlying message for you from the night. And this is so beautiful because you guys are fire signs, and this is all about being passionate. This is all about not feeling burnt out. The High Priestess of Fire is going to visit you and warm you. She's all about warming with light and heat, okay? And this is the 5th card. This is the number 5th card, and you guys are the 5th sign. So this was very meant for you. this is coming in for you. This energy, this passion, this ambition. You know, the High Priestess of Fire really understands Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And she's showing up in your reading today to show you that you have the ambition, you have the fiery passion and heat. She's very fierce. Okay, this lady is gonna do what she wants to do, and this priestess is here for you guys in your reading. Also, you can call upon the High Priestess of Fire. She is a very real woman, and she may also have a message for you, Leo. This was underneath that card. So it seems as if there may be a message from the High Priestess of Fire that she may be delivering to you in September, maybe even tomorrow at the Pisces full moon. So that was an interesting reading, Leo. I'm just going to check here and see if there's any messages from Spirit. Preferably one card, guys, because the reading is getting kind of long. So is there any other messages you would like to say about Leo? Any messages for Leo? The Leos that watch my videos specifically. Leo energy. One card. Cards are trying to come out and they are flipping back over. So let's see. Trying to get one tarot card for Leo the month of September. Past, present, and future readings for Pisces Priestess channel. Nine of Cups. So I don't know why I felt compelled, because this card kind of didn't want to go back into the deck, and it just felt like it was you. This is a wish come true card, Leo. So just know that everything that you are aiming towards as far as fulfillment, you're gonna, the angels are trying to show you this energy of being content. This person, the Nine of Cups, is all about being content with what you have, and it's about your wish being granted. Everything this man wants is in these cups behind him. This is almost the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is a completion. So I'm also compelled to say that, Leo, you are almost at the completion of a journey. You know, full moons do bring completions and new beginnings. So, oh wow, you're at the bottom of the deck. So that was definitely meant for you. Oh wow, and you have Aquarius right underneath that. So there's something with Aquarius and Leo as well. This is the North and the South Node for some of you. Some of you may have Aquarius energy. Some of you may be with an Aquarius. So very, very interesting, you guys, those cards were underneath. Something about a wish coming true for that. So that was your reading for September, guys. I hope you related to it. I appreciate all your comments and likes and shares and subscribes. I really love doing this for you guys. I really love speaking with you, and as soon as I'm in a better position, I'm kind of in between things right now, and I don't have any Wi-Fi, but my head is filled with ideas. I want to record more, and I'd love to do more readings, and I'm on the way to that. Okay, I'm really excited. By October, I should be in a completely different position, and I should have a lot more time and space to really get into this astrology stuff with you guys. But this is all I have for now. Other than that, I wish you guys a beautiful September. Please enjoy that beautiful Pisces full moon tomorrow. Definitely a major opportunity to meditate and to ascend spiritually. And I know some of you Leos are into that. All right, guys, I will talk to you again in Libra season, or maybe later this month. It depends, but we will talk again. And until then, guys, I wish you love and light and a little bit of dark.